Thank you, Moderator. Ross Blackman, 205, Minister at Hamilton Old Parish, and also a convener of Ecumenical Relations. Yes, as the clerk has just expressed, we have momentous events just in these past few days, different colours of smoke that have been going up and such like. And whilst this is an additional motion, we would like to propose this now. And it's as simple as this. I hope the words are hopefully in the print as well. It's simply to welcome the election of Pope Leo XIV as the 267th incumbent of the See of Rome, and join with the Catholic Church in praying for him as he takes up the see at this crucial time in the history of humanity. I move that in my own name.
It's seconded. Are you wishing to speak to it, or?
I think it says all it needs to say.
Says all it needs to say. Are you wishing to invite someone to speak?
Yes, I would like to do that if that's possible, Moderator. Thank you. I note that we have Archbishop Leo, another namesake, Leo Cushley, present with us here and has been since Saturday as an ecumenical delegate. And I wonder if the General Assembly and Moderator, if he might be given the afforded the opportunity to speak at this time.
Absolutely. We would be delighted to hear from you, so please do address the Assembly.
Moderator, Leo Cushley, 433. Let me first of all congratulate you and bring you the prayerful greetings and sincere good wishes of the Catholic community in Scotland. Your time in office comes at a moment of great change in the Kirk, and we've been hearing about that all day today and on Saturday too. And we all wish you well and accompany you with our prayerful support. The strong public presence of the Kirk in the political and civil world is very important to us all, and a strengthened and revitalised Church of Scotland can only be a good thing for all Scots and for the common good in our country. I'd also like to thank you and the General Assembly for your kind congratulations on the election of Pope Leo and condolences that I received from your predecessor and many others in the Kirk on the death of Pope Francis. We were also honoured by the presence of the Principal Clerk at the Requiem we held for Pope Francis in my cathedral just 3 weeks ago today, as it happens. Although I never quite managed to get Francis to visit Scotland, he nearly did. Back in 2021, when COP26 was being celebrated in Glasgow. I fear, however, he may have been put off slightly. He was famous for liking to travel in small, unflashy cars, once travelling to the United Nations in New York in a Fiat Cinquecento. But when the Swiss Guards visited me in Edinburgh and saw my Vauxhall Corsa EV, and contemplated the Pope riding in it along the M8 to Glasgow at 95 miles an hour, I think even they began to get cold feet. In any case, 10 days from the summit, Pope Francis's doctors advised him not to come, and that was that. Nonetheless, he did give us in Scotland his support as we endeavour to move the Scots College in Rome to the city centre, and we will always be deeply grateful to him for that. More broadly, though, he was someone who reminded us of our duty to be merciful, to stay close to the poor, and to listen to each other. He was someone who knew his own mind. He was a man of prayer. He was a man of faith. May the Lord be merciful to a man who was always merciful. Moderator, your time in office also comes just as Robert Prevost takes up his tasks as Pope Leo and as Bishop of Rome. We have to go back to 1989 to find a pope as young as he is. I know, Margaret Thatcher, that long ago. Not only that, his choice of name as pope has shown that he's got great taste. Well, my mum thinks so anyway. Joking aside, Pope Leo celebrated the inaugural Mass of his pontificate just yesterday in Rome, during which he said the following: "I was chosen without any merit of my own, and now with fear and trembling I come to you as a brother who desires to be the servant of your faith and your joy, walking with you on the path of God's love, for he wants us all to be united in one family." I hope and pray that these words will speak for themselves, my friends, including in our work to build one Christian family again. As we all anticipate what the time of Pope Leo is going to look like for our church and our friends, we can see already that he is someone with a remarkable hinterland of talent and experience, and in spite of Ladbrokes not noticing him, more importantly, he was noticed by those who count, his brother cardinals, and he does appear to be a very canny and wise choice for this burdensome office at this important time. Be assured that I will convey your good wishes and prayers to him in the coming days. Finally, while I have the floor, and then we can all get our break, I would just like to say how pleased my fellow Catholics and I are that His Majesty the King has chosen to send a Catholic as the Lord High Commissioner this year. With the blessing of my brother bishops, I did something I've never done before. I wrote to the King to express our gratitude to him for this gracious gesture. By doing so, it would appear that the King has chosen to build on the momentum created by the signing of the St. Margaret's Declaration in 2022, and Catholics in Scotland welcome that very warmly indeed. For my part, I see this as another small but important step that will help to nourish a trust and a friendship that become us as brothers and sisters in Christ in this little corner of the Lord's vineyard. Moderator, may God bless you and the Assembly and its commissioners in your important tasks. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Leo. Leo, it's been lovely having you with us today, and we thank you for your words. I think we have all been walking and praying alongside the Roman Catholic Church over these last weeks. We've all been very invested in what has been happening, and so we rejoice with you over the election of Pope Leo XIV. I'm sure the Assembly will rapturously accept Section 2 of the Ecumenical, new Section 2 of the Ecumenical Relations Committee report. They're also clapping online, so endorsed both in the hall and online.